Hello, lovely people. What is up? Today we are solving Leetcode problem number 1356 integers by the number of 1 bits. So in this question, we are given an integer array and we have to sort the integers in the given array in ascending order by the number of ones in their binary representation. And in case of two or more integers that have the same number of ones in their binary representation, we have to sort them in ascending order. Then we have to finally return the array after sorting. So if we take a look at an example, let's say 1, 3, and 8. This is in the decimal representation, that is in the 2 to the power 10 representation. So what we need is 2 to the power 2. A binary representation. Binary. So 1 will be written as 0, 0, 1. 3 will be 0, 1, 1. 8 will be 1, 0, 0, 0. This is like 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3. So only this is 1. Similarly, all of this will be written in binary in the powers of 2. So when we look at the number of ones in each of this number, give me a minute, yeah. Here there is only 1, 1. Here there are 2 ones. And again here there is only 1, 1. So now we have to arrange these numbers in the order of how many ones they have. So now if we are going to arrange it, it will be like 1 or 8 and then 3, since 3 has 2 ones. So how do we arrange 1 and 8 since they both have 1, 1 in their binary representation? In the question they had given, if this case arises, that is, two integers have the same number of ones in their binary representation, what we have to do is we have to arrange them in ascending order when they are in their decimal representation. So since 8 is greater than 1, 8 will be coming after 1. So this will be the order of the integers after they are arranged as per the given conditions. So how do we approach solving this question? What we can do is we can use the bit manipulation function bit count. So in a array, let's take the given example array, 1 dot bit count, 3 dot bit count, 8 dot bit count. So what we can do is we can iterate through the entire array using a loop, and then we can use this to count the number of ones, bit count 1. So this will be taken care of, and then we can arrange it in the order of this count. But when this case arises, that is when two integers have same number of ones, what will we do? So before we do the bit count, what we can do is we can arrange these numbers, that is we can sort these numbers when they are in their decimal form, and then we can do bit count. So this will be taken care of. Since now we have understood what we are going to be doing, let's take a look at the code. So first, like we previously discussed, we do array sort. So we do array.sort function. This sorts numbers normally like in an ascending order. Then we write array.sort, this sorts again, but now based on the number of set bits. So array.sort open function, key is equal to lambda x colon x dot bit underscore count, bit count. So what is happening here? What is key? Key tells Python that before comparing elements, transform each element using this function. So Python initially does some function, an array of first index, some function, an array of second index, and so on, and it sorts based on those results. So basically what we are doing is array.sort key is equal to some function. So it first applies that function and then sorts. That is the use of key here. So what is lambda then? Lambda is like small anonymous function without like any name. So instead of writing some random function, example, define f of x and return x dot bit count, we are doing lambda x colon x dot bit count. They both do the same thing. So instead of all the extra define statement and all the extra confusion, we just do lambda parameter colon and expression. So for example, we can write lambda x colon of x plus 1, which will be the same as return x plus 1 inside a function, that is define temp of x return x plus 1 and lambda x plus 1 are the same. So basically this entire line means take a number x, return how many ones are there in its binary form. So this approach takes off log n time, log n due to the bit counting process. So as you can see, this code runs perfectly fine, but instead of all this lambda key and bit count thing, we can also apply manual bit counting using Carnegan's algorithm. So basically, what does Carnegan's algorithm mean? It, instead of checking every bit, it removes one set bit per loop iteration. So the core formula would look something like x is equal to x ampersand, which is and x minus 1. So what we are essentially doing is we are ANDing, that is the current number and the previous number. This removes the lowest set bit of x. So why does this work? Let us take an example. Say 12. So 12 will be 1100 and 12 minus 1, 11. 11 will be 1011. When we AND it, the answer will be 1000, which when converted to decimal is 8. So the last one bit is removed. So when we repeat it, all the ones disappear. So again, if we AND 8 and 7, it becomes 100, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. So it becomes 0, 0, 0 and 0. So if we count how many times we ran the loop, it will show us how many set bits are there. So since we ran the loop 2 times, it will say that we have 2 set bits of 1. So also a set bit is basically when a bit's value is 1. An unset bit is when the bit's value is 0. So when we're writing the code, we first define a helper function that counts how many set bits, that is ones, are in integer x. So we define count bits of x, where x is the parameter. And then we create a variable to store the number of set bits, which is count is equal to 0. And then we define a loop to run while x is not 0. So while x keeps removing set bits until no bits remain. Now we employ Carnegan's algorithm and write x is equal to x ampersand in brackets x minus 1. This line removes the lowest set bit from x. And then in the next line, we increment count plus equals to 1. Since we just remove one set bit, we increment count. And then inside the loop, we return count. This returns the total number of set bits in the original number. And then out of the loop, we sort the array.sort. And then in the next line, we use the lambda function again, like in the previous code, to sort the array using set bit count. And then finally, we return array. Why did we do all of this? Because bit count originally takes off log n and log n time complexity, but if we define the entire function, it will just take a time complexity of O of n. That is why we have defined the entire big count function here. So if you take a look at this code should also run. So that's all for today. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.